Hey guys, hopefully you can actually see us. Our internet is really interesting lately. So we're just coming back from the house. It is nippy today, as you can tell from my red nose.
And green coat.
And green coat. So we went out to the property today to get last minute things figured out as far as, hey unicorn girl, how are you? We had to get last minute double checkings done with the listing agent because of the placement of some fences and things that we needed to have access to. Hey Daniel T. Hey Off-Grid Lifestyle. Hey Tom Brown. So that's pretty much what we did today. Is we went to church this morning. And then we needed to come out and just double check that we had access to some things out at the new place. We still don't know if we have the house. We will not know because it has to be specially underwritten because it is a manufactured home that was moved. And so it's at the underwriters right now.
They still don't know that it has been moved, but somebody thought that it may have been moved.
Yeah,
so
somebody thought
just to cover our bases and make life as miserable as possible.
Right.
We had to be like, okay.
They're back and forth. Many people think that it might have been moved and thus they had to do more research on it. And so...
In 25 years' time, memories fade in a quarter century, I guess.
Yeah.
So, wow, we got a lot of comments showing up tonight.
So maybe by Friday we will have signed and we will be in, and definitely by Friday we'll know whether or not we get it. And if we can't go conventional, then we would have to go owner finance from the seller, and we don't know if they're willing to do that. And those kind of deals have a tendency to kind of be complicated later down the road if you do decide to sell. We've had friends who did owner finance with the person who owned the property, and then that person did not pay the bank, and so the house got foreclosed on because the original owner wasn't actually making payments.
Well, hold on.
To the bank, but this one it's owned outright.
Yeah, that one's not going to happen. We just got a lot of property.
Yeah. So anyway, we're still totally up in the air for another week, and looks like people are from all over the place. We got Central Florida Prepper. We've got Carol Hardy from Florida too. Lots of people coming in from, let's see, we got Canada East Coast, Arkansas. Tom is a boondocker.
If.
Jill said, good luck, my family lives in a manufactured home also.
Thank you. If we're going to go right by the blue whale, but if we still have cell signal, did you want to stop there?
Nah. Julie is from Montana, and Catherine is in New Mexico. So we got people from all over the country tonight. So what I have for the next week is we harvested quite a few of our herbs from the plants growing in the window. This last week we got the rabbits hung up on their cages, and I am just kind of going from there. There aren't going to be a huge number of videos until we figure out if we are getting the house or we're not getting the house. If we don't get it, then I will move forward with what we're doing with the horses at the stable and get chickens out there. And if we do get it, then we're going to be a whirlwind of moving. Carlton Family Farm said I was gifted over 500 canning jars today. That is awesome. Good for you.
Nice.
Fry Service said make sure it has hurricane straps under it. It is permanently affixed to a concrete foundation, and so it's on a permanent foundation.
And there's a lot of straps holding everything in.
Yep.
It's tight.
Redeem Ranch said I'm in California near Sonora. Is Sonora? I don't know where Sonora is. Not Sonoma. Let's see. Heidi is in Louisiana. Central Florida Prepper said love your channel. Been with you all for a while now. Well, thank you.
Which part of Central Florida? Are we Okeechobee?
Linda is in Ohio.
Lewiston?
Foothills of California, an acre and a quarter. I enjoy it here except for the liberals. We know a lot of people in California that feel that way. Even the liberals feel that way in California sometimes. We have farming friends out there that say, oh my gosh, LA just ruins, LA and San Francisco ruin it for the rest of us. That's what she says anyway.
That's true.
Carol Hardy said, I liked the rabbit cage video, so many materials, so many options, and yet the stable cable was brilliant. Well, sometimes you just make do with what you got, and
Thank you.
thank you. Let's see, Redeem Ranch said Sierra Foothills. Susan said, good luck with the home, thank you. And the beat goes on, said Sonora is near Yosemite. Ah, I see. So, that's pretty much it. We really like this place. It's really far out there, and that's what John likes about it. I like that as long as you got a lawnmower, it's gonna be pretty easy. We have enough fence to keep the ponies happy for the first year, and I am making, I do have my lists put together of the trees that I want to order to put in immediately as soon as we do get it, but it's not a huge list. It's a very short list, just because the first year you do need to get something in the ground so you can learn about your soil, but you don't want to plant all your trees. You don't want to plant your orchard yet. You want to plant one tree. You don't want to plant all of your fruit bushes. You want to plant a variety of fruit bushes, and the reason is to see how they do, which ones do best on this new piece of property, and which ones require more water than is reasonable, which ones get taken out by pests. So you do want to range, but my list of things that I want to get is $60. It's a $60 list, and I'm getting bare root, wild crafting trees. I'm not buying grafted trees that are $50 a piece. I'm buying trees that are $3 a piece. And I get my trees from coldstreamfarm.net. That's who I get mine from. And I have had them from there for 7 years now. And they have a really good warranty on their plants, and everything has done really, really well. All right.
Yeah. Just for clarification, John doesn't like it because it's way out there. John likes it because it's way away from everybody else.
Yeah, John.
I could totally say, let's just have it a block from work or right in the middle of downtown, but no other people could be around for a mile radius.
Yeah, John likes to be secluded.
Right.
Fry Services said, are your girls in 4-H? They have done a little bit of 4-H, but generally I get frustrated when they're in 4-H because I feel like their projects are not difficult enough, if that makes sense. I think that at certain age, at their age, at 9 and 12, they should be working on some really hard projects. And as much as I want them to be able to go in and socialize, I want them to be learning something. So we would, I think we would probably do livestock 4-H, just so that they could keep records and that kind of thing.
Right.
But
we should throw them out in the desert and say, learn to live for a week. That kind of survival
What do you
projects.
mean?
He said that the projects weren't hard enough. I was just thinking, let's go to the farthest extreme.
Well,
for humorous purposes.
a lot of the projects they do in 4-H have to do with sewing or cooking, and the projects that they're doing are so simple that they're just really, really basic. Redeemed Branch said, I planted seeds in cups and I already have sprouts. Broccoli Desico? I'm excited. Central Florida Prepper said, that's why I own property in Wyoming. I love the seclusion, only here in Florida for work. Yeah, and see, why not? If you can do it, do it.
Can you tell them that our beans started today?
Yeah.
Yep, they planted green beans a couple days ago, and they have sprouted, which is pretty exciting, and they were very old seeds. So never totally give up on your old seeds. Always put them in the ground and give them the opportunity to grow. They may not, but then again, they might. So our reception's getting really bad.
Yeah, it will get better after we get up this hill. Do we have deer?
Yep, lots of deer.
There's deer.
There's deer in the pecan orchard.
So that's, I don't really know what else to say. The first year, if we do get this property, this first season, I'm not going to go overboard and get enough animals to keep everything grazed down. I'm not going to do more than a few garden beds, because the first year you watch your water. Where does your water puddle? Where does it get too dry? Where does the wind come from? What kind of pests? What kind of predators do you have?
How noisy the road gets on the drive.
Yeah, the road gets pretty noisy on the
It's gonna
drive.
get more noisy on the bridge. That's why. Morning. worry, everybody. We'll get past this.
Yes, lots of deer out here. Thank you, and the beat goes on. So that's pretty much, I don't really know what to talk about since there's not really any news.
More of the same.
Yep, more of the same. So I will be getting up the harvesting of the herbs that we have growing in the apartment. We have quite a lot. I'll put that video up probably not tomorrow, but maybe Tuesday. And then we'll see if we can come up with some other good videos while we're just twiddling our thumbs waiting for Friday to know for sure whether or not we are going to be able to go ahead with the house. So if you guys don't have any really specific questions, I think I'm going to go ahead and close out, because otherwise I'm just kind of mumbling.
Can you flip the camera and say, oh look, the blue whale of Catoosa?
Oh look, the blue whale of Catoosa. Where is it?
Yeah, it's just over the hill.
Okay. When we get to the blue whale of Catoosa, I will flip the phone.
Okay, so flip the phone. And we'll get that.
Right there.
Right in this patch of trees, right up here.
All right, guys, watch and be amazed.
Yes. So amazing.
I think you had me turn it too soon,
Probably.
Any second.
because you have to wait to see the water.
Any second. Where's the
Any
water?
second now.
Well, did we pass it? We may have passed it.
I think,
Oh,
or
no,
here.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay. There you
Okay,
go. guys.
blue whale of
Look
Catoosa.
how exciting.
And
It's
they
like
got
a
some new
Route
stuff out
66
there.
favorite right.
They've got some new stuff
And
out
it's just
there.
this picnic area right outside of town.
We might be able to play water.
Amazing, right? Isn't that
All right.
riveting?
It's riveting. All right, Central Florida Prepper said, I grew up in Northern Carolina, grew a lot of gardens, but I love your channel. I get a lot of great ideas from your channel. Thank you. That is really kind. That's what we hope for. And again, it's why there aren't going to be a whole lot of videos here for a bit, because I get tired of sharing stuff that I'm like, I've already made this video 4 times, and I feel like I'm kind of wasting people's time trying to show it again. I'd rather show something new. All right, so I'm gonna head out. Thanks for popping in, guys.
See ya.
We aren't gonna ask for prayers that we get the house, because we kind of want it to be, if God doesn't want us to get the house, we don't want to be in a place where we're not supposed to be. So just, if you want to say prayers, pray that we'll end up getting whatever God wants for us, because it may be that some of the roadblocks that we've had mean that we're not supposed to get it, and we're okay with that.